On the bench this week, I've got a really cool old vintage Craftsman paint pressure pot. I believe it's from the 50s based on the style logo. I'm going to get this cleaned up and just keep it in my collection. The main goal for today is just to get this taken apart. Got the really cool logo here. It's cast into the top. So I'll just get this top removed. There it goes. Actually, the next step before priming will be to get this wiped down and get a coat of my rust fix on there that I like to put on all painted metal products. Actually, I had to put this project away for several months just because I had some surgery on my hand and really couldn't do much. So I'm dragging out all my projects I left undone, trying to get them cleaned up here in the next few weeks in the shop. Since then, I've also installed the ultrasonic cleaner in my shop. So I'm going to put all these pieces in the ultrasonic cleaner, get this sandblasted and repainted, and I'm going to get a coat of paint on this. And I'm going to sand it the rest of the way. I'm not looking for, like a chrome looking finish, but I do want to get a lot cleaner than it is. So I'm going to back down to 150 and just start sanding up from there. All right, I'm up to 220 grit. I don't know if the camera's picking up any difference yet, but it's getting along. I'm up to 320 grit now. going to 400 and I'm switching paper. It's just called auto paper. It's more of a wet sand type paper, and I'm also going to go to wet sanding. All right, there's the handle after polishing. Pretty happy with how it came out. Again, I wasn't looking for, you know, true mirror finish. It's a good satin finish. Worked fine. Here's all the parts coming out of the ultrasonic cleaner. Really happy with how clean these came, especially these pieces. I know the lighting's terrible. I can't get this shine off of here because of the lighting in here, but I'm going to get the Craftsman. I bought a reproduction sticker. I found this guy on eBay. He's got all kinds of reproduction decals. I bought a few from him. I've always been real happy with it. All right, I'm going to highlight the some of the lettering on here. I'm not sure if I'm just going to do Craftsman or everything. I'll just see how well the paint flows. But I'm using one-shot sign paint. I really like this paint. I'm still learning how to paint with it. You know, I've got the pinstriping brushes, but I struggle with those. But I'm trying to use this on more projects just so I can get a little better at it. All right, after this dried last night, I came out, and especially here, so these letters are raised up quite a bit, and I just couldn't get a straight line across this staying on top, so I went ahead and taped it off and painted a straight line down here, pulled the tape off, and it looked pretty good. So I'm going to try and get paint on the sides of all this raised lettering, and I've got couple different brushes here. This one's really tiny, so I'm going to start with this one to get the outside, then, or maybe I'll start on the inside. All right, that's looking a little better, but I had some bleed over, so I'm just put some red spray paint in a cup, and I've got a little toothpick here, and I'm just coming back and dotting all the areas that I don't want to be white. All right, I'm ready for some reassembly here. I got all my pieces laid out, got everything cleaned up. Well, actually, this might be easier if I do it down here. Get the gasket put back in here. Man, I just love this thing. I think it's so cool. It's a I believe 1950s era based on this logo. Craftsman paint pressure pot, which would have been used for auto painting back in the day. It's got a paint inlet, an air outlet. I think this is how you adjust the air pressure, and then I think this would be a relief. I just thought it was cool looking, and I think it looked great up in my display area in my shop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.